Let's look at our next program. List all the integer factors of a given number and also print the number of factors. So say for example, we have 10. The factors are 1, 2 divides 10, 3 no, 4 no, 5 yes, and then 10. So there are 4 factors of 10. So this is what we have to figure out for a given number. So let's define a function called factors of a particular number. Number of factors. Remember, we also have to figure out that. Now, let's begin with 1 because 1 is always a factor of any number. For I in range 1 to where? Up to what point? Up to number in steps of 1 which we don't have to mention. If number mod I, that means if number when divided by I, the remainder is equal to 0. In that case, it is divisible by that number. So print formatted output I is a factor of the number. Okay. And since it is a factor, let's increment number of factors plus equal to 1. Now, what do we do next? Remember, we started off with 1 and up to number we are going. But will number itself, whatever number is passed, say 10, will 10 be included? No. So plus 1. Okay. And we return number of factors. Now let's define our main function. N is equal to int input enter a number, and now we print formatted output. There are so many integer factors, so we need to call that function factors and we pass n to it, integer factors of the number that has been entered. And now let's call this function main function. Any errors or warnings? No. So let's run this. It is still in factorial, so let's change it to factors. Say okay, run, and let's give 10. So 1 is a factor of 10, 2 is a factor of 10, 5 is a factor of 10, 10 is a factor of 10. So there are 5 integer factors of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. It should not be 5. There is only 4. 1, 2, 5 and 10. Why is that one extra coming? Because we started with 1, it should start with 0. Okay. So now if we run this, this should give us the correct number. So 10. So there are 4 integer factors of 10. 1, 2, 5 and 10. Let's run this with let's say 100. So there are 9 integer factors 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20, 25 and 50 and finally 100. Okay. This was great. Now, as far as the output is concerned, is perfectly fine. But did you notice that between 50 and 100, there are no factors at all? So given any number, if you divide it by 2, there will be no factors greater than that number. So 100 divided by 2 is 50. There will be no factors of 100 greater than 50. So unnecessarily we are repeating this loop. In this particular case, I think 50 times we are repeating. So we can avoid that unnecessary repetitions by reducing or changing the condition. So divide 2 is equal to number divided by 2. But if we say number divided by 2, If it is a even number, it will be properly divisible. But if it is an odd number, when we divide it, we'll end up with a fraction. So which will be a float. And you can't use a float in for loop. So let's convert this into int. And now let's replace this number with divide 2. And now let's see what happens. So let's say 10, 1, 2, 5. Now 10 is missing. So 10 also has to be included. So divide 2 int number by 2. So we enter 10, 10 divided by 2 is 5. Now here remember, if we have given 10, then after 5, it will go divide 2 is 5 plus 1 6. But it should actually include that number that is entered itself as a factor. So let's include that outside the loop. And here we can actually say number itself. So number is a factor of, and this should be factor singular, not plural. Now let's run this again. 100. So we have 1 is a factor, 2 is a factor, 4 is a factor, 5 is a factor, 10, 20, 25, 50, and 100 is a factor. So there are 8 integer factors of 100. Is this 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So since we have included this, we also have to increment number of factors plus equal to 1. And now if we run it, we should get the correct result. So 9 integer factors. Or let's try with a smaller number, say 10, 1, 2, 5 and 10. So there are 4 integer factors. Let's give a large number. Let's say 1000. So there are going to be 16 integer factors. Let's make sure that there are that many number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 factors of 1000. Now let's give a odd number. Let's say 9. 1 is a factor of 9, 3 is a factor of 9, 9 is a factor of 9. So there are 3 integer factors of 9. Let's give a larger number, 99. 1, 3, 9, 11, 33 and 99 is a factor of 99. So there are 6 integer factors. So that is finding the factors of a given number. That's it. Bye.